What's up, friends? Today I'm here with some ugly ass nails that I am about to make hopefully pretty. So, some background for you. I've always been extremely cheap in all aspects of life. But I want to say around like probably a year ago now, I've been consistently getting my nails done. I was doing like gel for like 8 months probably or more. They would last me for like 3 weeks. My nails would finally get long. Whenever they weren't gel and just like painted them myself, my nails would always break and just be like ratchet as hell, honestly. So I started consistently getting them done, and honestly, like, it makes you feel like a 12 out of 10 just by getting your nails done, I promise you. So I started consistently doing it and keeping up with it. And then I started doing the dip nail because to me they last longer and they were like the same price at my salon. So I went there a few times. My only problem with dip is that they're very thick, and if it like chips or something, you can't just peel the rest off. It's like a very different texture than regular gel. So it's like a hard rock on your nail, and like it's just more obvious when they break and everything. But I did officially switch over to dip because it was lasting me like a week longer than the gel was. But because I'm so cheap, like I mentioned earlier, I decided to look around for dip sets to do myself, because gel, on the other hand, is a little bit tougher to do yourself because you have to have like a good UV thing, and like you just have to like do it perfectly, whatever. But dip, on the other hand, like while they're doing it, I'm like, this looks so easy. You literally just like paint it and then you're dipping. Like, where can I get this stuff myself? So obviously I looked on Amazon because they have everything, and I came across so many options, but I ended up going with this Dipwell brand just because it was very affordable. This whole thing was $40 and they had so many good reviews. So I'll open it up and show you the inside. This specific one comes with 3 dip colors, which is like a clear, I think that's like for the top, and then a pink and a white, and then you have all of these 5 like liquid bottles that you use to make the powder stick, I think. I don't know. But also, for some more background, usually getting my nails done is like $40 in itself. So to have this whole case, even if it doesn't work out, I only paid $40 for it. And if it does, that means I'm getting my money back like every time I use it. It also came with a couple of like nail file buffer things. And then I think this is like a cleaner upper and like a cuticle pusher thingy. And I do like the pink color. The whole reason it came with these colors is because it's supposed to be like a French dip style thing, but I'm not really into that. I do love having light pink on my nails, but because it's more wintry, I ordered this like taupey cream color on the side, also from Amazon. So I think this was $10, and I also got a red and a black. But yeah, I decided to go with this one for today. Also has this whole instruction manual thing right here, which I will definitely be needing. Goodness, from the looks of it, there's like 13 steps. They also walk you how to do the French dip, but we're not doing that today. Holy cow, this may take forever. At this point, I'm already in. Okay, so I actually took off the dip nails I had on already last night myself by just buying 100% acetone, putting it in a bowl, heating it up for like 30 seconds, and then soaking my nail. And then you kind of like, as you're soaking, take a paper towel and try to rub it off. It works really well, actually. It just takes forever. So I'm very impatient, and I'm like, oh my God, like, please come off. So like literally like leave them in there for a good like 10 minutes and then start rubbing them off. And it makes your hands like so dry and just feel disgusting. But I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Okay, I'm gonna do a quick round of like filing on top of my nails real quick. I already kind of shaped them how I wanted them. A couple of them on this hand broke over the week, which is actually why I took them off and decided to do this today. But this side's actually all very long and good. I also hear people always saying that dip nails makes their nails a lot weaker. In my case, they're really not. Like, some of them bend a little bit, but my nails have always been like that, so I'm not really gonna blame the dip nails for that. But yeah, I'm gonna read the directions and let's get started. All right, friends, I know this is hard to read, but this first little bottle is called Bond, and to be completely honest, I have no freaking clue what its purpose is. I just read the directions and followed them. So, step 1, put a layer of Bond on every single nail. So once the bond dries, which it does very quickly, we get to move on to the fun dippy part. So I'm using this gelish brand taupe color that I talked about earlier. Now we go to the second liquid in the set, which is called Base, and we put that all over one nail at a time, being sure to be very precise here because we don't want to get any on our skin whatsoever. Then you just simply dip it into the powder, make sure the powder covers the entire nail surface. and then kind of dabble off the rest just by tapping your finger to get the excess powder off. And then you simply move on to the next nail and do the same thing to both hands. You need to do one finger at a time, otherwise the liquid dries before you can dip the powder on. Personally, for me, it took me like double the time to do my opposite hand. This is my left hand because I am left-handed, so it was very hard to do this, and I literally took forever, but you gotta be patient, you know. So once this first layer looks pretty dry, you can take a big brush. I used e.l.f. It did not come in the kit, and then just kind of dust off the excess dip that's on your hands. Then we're just simply repeating this exact same process, going over every nail with one layer of this base clear, and then dipping one nail at a time into the dip powder, covering the nail completely, doing both hands again, and then letting it dry, and you can brush off the excess again. Here's what they look like so far. Okay, the next step is very similar, so we're using that same base liquid coat again, but this time, instead of using the color, we're using this different clear powder that comes in there. It's called Base and Finish Essential Acrylic Powder, which is supposed to seal all of the layers of powder together. Again, doing this on every nail for both hands, making sure to keep it off of the skin. Here's me showing you my nails again, even though they look the same every time, and here's me being a freaking idiot spilling the powder. Ugh! I know you can barely tell, but that bottle is actually upside down. I'm gonna try to like get this paper under it, I guess. I got most of it, but I don't want to waste all of this. I'm so sad. Saved a lot of it. Okay, after I cleaned up my mess and let that last step dry for 5 minutes, I move on to the bottle labeled Activator, which is supposed to harden and blend the powder and the liquid. And again, I have to wait 3 to 5 minutes for this step to dry completely. Here's me showing my nails again, and they still look the same. Anyway, next step, you take a file and buffer, which this set came with, or you can use a nail drill if you have one. I'm simply using the file and buffer it came with to make my nail the desired shape, and then you can file the top of your nail for desired thickness and to make the top smooth. After filing, you need to wash your hands and then take some rubbing alcohol on a lint-free cloth to wipe the nail. However, I don't even know what a lint-free cloth is, and I used a tissue and it worked just fine, so. All right, bear with me, people. We only have a couple more steps. Next, I'm taking that same activator we used a little bit ago and applying it to every nail again, and again, allowing this to dry for 3 to 5 minutes. Finally, the last bottle in the kit is called the Sealer, so I just take that and put it on every nail. This one's a little bit more liquidy, so it goes on very smooth and very quickly. You apply this to every nail, let it dry for about 3 minutes, and then you put a second coat of this same sealer on and again allow it to dry for about 3 minutes. Here's me showing you my nails again, hopefully looking a little shinier this time. Okay friends, I am finally finished. That took probably like 45 minutes, which is pretty lengthy, but it was also my first time, and that didn't include removing the nails, which took forever. But again, hopefully I just get faster from here. They're not perfect, but I am very happy with them. Some of them have like kind of odd shapes, like this one has a little bit of a bump on the edge you probably can't see. This one literally has a last coat was drying. I have like a piece of hair that stuck to it and I couldn't get out. It's not super noticeable, but I know it's there, so it's annoying. But overall, I'm pumped about this. It was only $40. I already got my money's worth in one-time use, and I'm for sure gonna keep it and use it again. Like, it really did work. And hopefully next time it looks even better. Also, this color is like perfect. It's exactly what I was hoping for. I also did watch a few YouTube videos ahead of time to see how other people were doing them, and I saw a lot of tips about making sure to avoid like any skin because it will stick to that as well and like clump up. So I think that's also why it took me forever. I was trying to be super precise, and my right hand turned out way better than my left because I'm left-handed, so that obviously makes sense. But you know what? This hand is not too shabby for being my opposite hand. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up here. I'll link the kit that I bought below, or you can just search Dipwell nails on Amazon, which by the way, I forgot to mention earlier is also vegan, which obviously caught my attention. But let me know if you have any questions or if you've done this before and you have any like secret tips and hacks. I'd love to know. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe by clicking the red button below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all next video. Bye guys.